Tell me about yourself.
Hi, I am Joyda Finn, 21 years of age, a student of Naval State University, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, currently in fourth year. I am also a student assistant in Board of Regents office. I also have my debate organization that helps me become a critical thinker, which I deem a necessary skill in work. Being a working student helped me to learn on how to become flexible in managing my time as well as my priorities. Every day I have to struggle my classes, training in rural impact sourcing, organization, and office works. However, I consider this state as a preparation in every potential job I will have as a freelancer, which made me realize that hard work is the only way to survive and getting things done as soon as possible.
What are your strengths?
I believe that I am versatile. For example, I always research and exhaust my willingness to learn a new skill until it's added to my jar of skills. I always have my endurance once I committed in doing something worthwhile, which is also why I can function into different areas. For example, in website development or website designing, SEO, content writing, copywriting, and the like.
What's your weakness?
My weakness is that I tend to become moody and pressured. When that triggers, I always tend to build my walls to the things that I suspect would not lead me into reaching my goals, which I deem inappropriate since this will take away a part of diversity in work. I lose touch in social aspect and wallow myself on my own. I also tend to judge people who are chill and who do not worry about goals, which is why I do get aloof and lose the spirit of socialization. I easily become pressured once I feel like I haven't done the task that suppose I can finish earlier. However, I am working on my weakness by taking advantage on being a moody by prioritizing what is necessary and understanding how to socialize for diversity and unity's sake.
Are you a lifelong learner? What are you studying at the moment?
Being a student teacher or a working student makes me a lifelong learner. I am more willing to learn different set of skills and contribute to the growth and advancement of certain job. I am research enthusiast and I believe that everything can be learned in an era where information is available everywhere. I am studying how to become a successful freelancer and how being a freelancer can make someone reach life satisfaction according to the hierarchy of needs.
How long have you been a freelancer? What made you decide to become one?
I am new to this field and I realized that becoming one is a great opportunity to explore my unseen potential as a competent individual. I chose to become a freelancer to hone the four C's of being a 21st century learner, such as critical thinking, communication, creativity, and collaboration. I think that being a freelancer is perfect fit to apply these skills. The four C's I mentioned are soft skills that a freelancer needs to have in order to survive in the industry, and I want to become one of the successful survivors.
How many clients do you have so far? What work have you done for them?
Currently, I have one client. I am developing and designing a WordPress website, managing their social media, graphic designing, and writing an SEO content.
What is your freelancer service specialization? Why did you choose that niche?
I am specializing content writing as parallel on my bachelor's degree. I chose this niche because it is where my passion drove me, and I am empowered in terms of writing because of my background as an English student. I had major subjects concerning creative writing, translation, and editing of text. Reading literature was also a key factor on why I aspired to write because I learned different styles and perspectives in terms of writing.
This project requires number of hours per week. Are you available? What's your schedule like? Can you work on time zone?
I am available at 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Philippine time or beyond that, but I can really work with flexible time depends on the work requirements, and I actually make time to be available in terms of work related issue.
Are you a team player? Can you work with teams or prefer working alone?
I prefer both. As what I talked earlier, I am flexible. I think working with teams, as I can see most of its advantages in brainstorming ideas and executing it as a team. I value work for a guarantee of success in satisfying clients' expectation. I also I can also work alone and despise micromanaging to exhaust my authentic ideas.
What is your service fee range for this project requirement?
I can work fairly below 15,000 pesos per project and still negotiable depending on the flexibility on the complexity of the project.
What is your long-term goal as a freelancer?
First, I'd like to land on various projects with reasonable rates. Secondly, I want to build an agency. And lastly, I want to be able to teach and empower other aspiring freelancer as well.
What is your understanding of the job requirements and description?
As a freelancer, it is required that you are emotionally intelligent, that possesses the soft skill in dealing with different individuals carrying different personalities and approach.
How do you take negative feedback?
First of all, I measure the worth of negative feedback and weigh its groundings if it's reasonable. However, I admit I cannot please everyone, and I am ready to take negative feedback, knowing every work is subject to critics. I view criticism and critics as an opportunity to grow as an individual and as a room for improvement because no one is born out of perfection.
Do you have questions about the project or to me?
Yes, I have a couple of questions I would like to ask you and to the project. First, uh, what are your expectations about me and my work? How can I have some head ups on how to deal with your standard? And lastly, the opportunities as well as the challenges this project presents are attractive to me. Can you tell me how you can see the freelancing path developing for this project?